Hello everyone, it's Professor 095 back with another weekly stream review. So this time around we have technically two more sisters. I think we have Miku and we have Nino from the quintuplets, quintuplets Kotobun support. So this time around we have Nino from Dark States and we have Miku from Brandgate. This is certainly an interesting development in terms in regards of the skills. So without further ado, let's get straight into what we are going to see for the past week or so. So without wasting any more time, I would like to say thank you very much for watching. If you are watching my videos, you do like and hit subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned for more content and whatever it is random. Alright, so anyways, let's get straight into the news itself. We have new hot stuff from the upcoming tournaments. We have WGP Deluxe Season 2 in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. So we have the six, we have top 8 and we have the top 4s. So there are two different places. So the top 8 we get the Stoic PG, Effect PG, and we have the Dark States OT. For the next tournament, I think this will be in the cup, I think. Sapporo? So no, yeah, okay, anyways, Saho Cup, I think? It's not okay, never mind, I kind of forgot my Japanese. Anyways, that is like, sorry, my Japanese comprehension has failed me. Anyways, that aside, we also have the Aegis Man Dragon, so this is the Kettle PG, and we have the Brandgate OT as well with Aldo Breath. Yeah, so that's about it. We also have the Deluxe FR pack for Volume 2023, which would be the Deluxe FR packs. We have all the right lines for the Grade 0, Grade 1, and Grade 2. This one is usually from the set 8 up until this BT10, BT11, and BT12. So we have the Farfino right line over here. We have the Luzu right line over here with the Eza, we have Silhouette, we have the Nankami, we have Solaron, Gandiva, etc. Right? So, a lot of the good FR packs is going to be reprinted as a form of like FRs, which is going to be usually distributed in tournaments next time. So this will be all out, and one thing that is very interesting for the BT12 is that three of this is blank. So I assume it's going to be for Halona's red line for the Evil Eye Dragon, which I don't remember the name, but whatsoever. And then we have new sleeves and playmat based on the new art. So we have the sleeves for Gargamedo, is it? Gorga Girudo. Okay, so that's the Dark States OT, and we have Aldo Breath sleeves and playmat, so interesting to see. Yeah, that's about it. And then we have the 5 new right line deck set, so technically it's the same as Brown Grace. But we have I know the details a little bit, the picture is a little bit small, but you can see here we have the Clock State Hand Strike Hit. So generic starter skill, if you're being rolled upon, you draw 1. And then we have Gear Rhinos of Strength Charge, which is a Gear Beast, and Continuous Vanguard. When you write from your deck, you may choose to Soul Blast 1 instead of discarding 1 from your hand. You may Soul Blast 1 instead, and then this is Grade 1. Oh wait, this is the Grade 2 and this is the Grade 1, right? And then Dark States, and this is the Demon. When this unit is being rolled upon, you draw 1, you choose 1 card from your hand and discard it. So personally speaking, as a 5-year player, I really don't need to run these right lines, except for the starter, of course, because I felt like there are other better options, such as like Almagister, Short Spanner, and we have Tyrannina, or you can just use the Bruce right line. But personally, I wouldn't use this right line. Unless it's like you can use this red line for something else, I would say, or you can just use the Jojo red line. I think that would be still fine as well. But yeah, I'm not a really huge fan. I think they could have done something very unique in terms of the Farfnir red line, but to make it the same as Run Grace is probably not my I really don't find it quite interesting, but that's about it. Alright, so we have Nino's art coming, skill coming out for the quintuplet. So when this unit is being, so she's a great one. When this unit is priced by rating on the quintuplets, you gain the crest memories first. Continuous Guardian Circle, if you have 3 or more quintuplets in your memories, this unit gets shield plus 5k. So yeah, so very generic common for, well, technically she's not common, I would say. She's probably, because it's going to be like EXRRR or something along those rarity. But then again, Nino is from Dark Stair, so every sister is gonna get this generic skill for all of them. And then we have the grade 2, the special grade 2 for Nino itself. So when this unit, she's a grade 2, yeah, sure. When this unit is placed by riding on the grade 1 quintuplet, you look at the top 7 cards of your deck, you choose up to 1 quintuplet from among them, you put it in your memory and you shuffle your deck. Okay, so second skill, auto regard once per turn. When your quintuplet attacks did not hit, this unit plus 5k until the end of the turn. If you have 5 or more quintuplets in your memories, this unit plus 10k instead of 5k. So in the sense that if one of your quintuplets units does not get to attack, or like attacks did not hit, you get the 5k. But if you have like 5 or more different types of quintuplets in your memory, then she gets a 10k. So pretty good in itself. And then we have Nino in all her beauty of her wedding dress. So this is the Kotobu no Hana Yome ni Naka no Nina. Okay, Nino. Okay, Naka no Nino. Alright, so quintuplet, when this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle, you look at the top 7 cards of your deck, you choose up to 2 quintuplet from among them, review them, 1 to your hand, the rest to your memory, and then you shuffle your deck. And if you have 6 or more types of quintuplet in your memories, so she gets another additional crit, so which is nice. And this is the most interesting and the most unique part of Nino herself. So auto Vanguard once per turn. If she does not hit, her attack does not hit, you CB1, you restand her, and you increase this unit's critical and drive until the end to 1 until the end of turn. So basically, she's getting the Dragonic Descendant treatment of like basically not getting on hit, and she kind of combines the effect of like Oswald from the Eugene support and some sort of like Kashu Kiyomitsu support, where after she restands, she either like reduce and increase or reduce the drive to and the crit to 1, so that's how it is. So very interesting as well, but she's once per turn. I mean, that's pretty good enough, but yeah, that's Nino for you. Okay, so we have the great one for Nino's, the very special one, the special set of the cards where every sister will get. So when this unit is placed on the Vanguard during your main phase, if your Vanguard is a quintuplet, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, you choose up to 1 from among them, put it into your memories, and shuffle your deck. So she's pretty good as well, to like try to filter all the quintuplets in your memories. Continuous Vanguard, if you have 3 or more quintuplets in your memories, this unit plus 2k and also apply on the opponent's turn as well. So she's a 10k buff, 10k booster and 10k attacker, and also like 10k on opponent's turn, so which is quite good if you have 3 or more different types of quintuplet. And then we have the very nice Nino art over here. So the skill is that auto regard once per turn. When this unit attack, it does not hit. If your Vanguard is the grade 3 Nino, you can counter last one and you choose 1 quintuplet from your drop zone and put it to the bottom of your deck. You restand her, and then if you have 5 or more different quintuplets in your memories, you get to draw 1. So this is actually like quite good as well. I just want to make sure that I'm doing this right. Yes, you do. Okay, then you should, and then it's quite nice. Alright, so the third one is the special orders that is special for each sister. So Nino gets her as well. So she's a grade 3 normal order. I assume that at this point everyone's gonna get a grade 3 normal order. So you can only play this card if your Vanguard is the grade 3 Nino. Okay, yeah. So you choose up to 2 of the quintuplets, different names. Okay, from your drop zone, and put one to the bottom of your deck, and the rest to your memories. And judging by one of the types, if I'm not mistaken, if you choose one or more, you apply all of the following effects based on the types of quintuplet in your memories. If it is 3 or more, you choose one of your quintuplets from your drop zone, call it your rearguard circle, and it gets 5k until the end of turn. 5 or more, CC1, so we get a very nice CC. And if 7 or more, you choose one of your Vanguards, and all of your front row. Oh no, it's not your front row, it's technically, is it front row? Okay, yeah, it is the front row quintuplets, gets 15k until the end of turn. So she's pretty strong as well for Nino, for the counter charge as well, and plus 15k, which is good. And that's about it. That's all of Nino's reviews, and we are moving into the BT12 set. Everybody was going completely bonkers when they see like more Gandiva support, but this time it is rather special, and it's like blows everything out of mind because it is something that is not very expected from everyone. So technically speaking, we have Scarlet Flame, Arshab. So Scarlet Flame Artillery Soldier Arshab. So he is a Gandiva support. He's a C card. He's a grade 1. Right, when this unit attacks or boosts, for every one card in your bind zone, during this battle he gets power plus 2k. And if it's 10k or more, at the end of the battle he retires himself, and this effect must be mandatory. So this is completely insane for several reasons, because he is very strong late game, and not only that, you can also try to use him as like he can, Gandiva can basically rush now with this grade 1. So technically speaking, even if they don't get the power up for the bind zone, he would still be very useful for Gandiva to try to like as bind fodders in a sense. But even then, he can go completely high at the same level of that grade 1. As like the front row grade 2s and whatnot, right? So not front row grade 2, sorry, the front row power from the bind zones. So assuming that if your front row, assuming your bind zone has actually like 10 cards, so normally it would be 20k, and he also doesn't get that 20k. So it's wow, it's actually like super crazy with this Gandiva support. Yeah, so that's kind of good, but there's one more surprise for the grade 3 itself, which is Scarlet Flame War General. This is Bravaldin. He is a grade 3, and now this is the most bonkers part of Gandiva support this time round, because if you think that Gandiva isn't any stronger, he's gonna get way more stronger than this. Alright, so what does he do? Continuous in the deck, right? When you would use Gandiva's skill to reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, he will be regarded as a grade 1 and a grade 2. So you don't miss your procs of, like, he doesn't really miss procs for that retire. So which is insane. And if you combine this with Fast Harvest, assuming if Fast Harvest is not going to be restricted in the next following months or so, he is completely insane, and he can help you draw a lot. Alright, but then again, Gandiva doesn't get a draw if he retires 2 or more. But even then, if he retires he doesn't draw if he retires 2 or more, right? So I was right. Okay, so even then, this is like completely a huge bonkers card, and he can basically help combo with the rest of that, the speeding up of that bind zone, which is very good, because every time you retire one of your opponents, you get to retire one of your opponent's rear guards, you just basically binds a lot with Gandiva's skill to prop that bind, prop the bind from your drop zone, right? So that's about it. And the second skill is that auto when this unit attacks a Vanguard. If you have a Vanguard with Gandiva, you discard one. You bind a card from your hand and choose one of your opponent's rear guard to retire. And if you did not retire, you draw one, and he gets 5k until the end of that battle. So he is super crazy with his support. I know that everybody was going a lot of people was saying, yo, this is going to make Gandiva even more busted than before, as if he's not already busted enough this time in the meta. You've seen him helping Resin, right? This is the step up from that usual Gandiva that people will usually play. So yeah, so for Gandiva players, this is going to be a good chance for you to try to like rethink about your strategies, etc., your deck builds, and this is a good time for you to make a full build Gandiva, like power ups, everything, blind turbo, etc. Right? So that's good. Anyways, I'm not. Complaining about Gandiva aside. We also have something that is really interesting, which is proper Jeweled Beast Armor Cliffs. So technically speaking, from this set onwards, from the previous Dragon Empire, which I covered with my friend Aaron. So every dark states, every nation will get their own cat beast or based on a jewel. So for dark states, it will be placed on the rearguard circle. It will be still the same skill, like when they place on the rearguard circle and on the guardian circle, you choose 2 cards which you started with the right deck. Let's say your grade 2 and like your grade 0 and grade 1 from your sword or your drop zone, and you put it up to the right deck face up. And depending on whatever ability that you, depending where it is placed, you proc the ability. If you put it in a rearguard circle, you CC 1, and if you put it in a guardian circle, shield plus 15k. So yeah, this is the very standardized part of every deck. So and like, not every deck, every nation. So the thing is, this is a very one-off card, and I felt like he's not really that important. But yeah, I mean, why do Bushiro really want to do that? But anyways, okay. So that's it, and we have illustration for Shiranui's deck set, the right line. We have Madoi, we have Seizui, and we have Genkai. So Madoi is the grade 0, Seizui is the grade 1, and we have Genkai as the grade 2. Alright, so yeah, just to make that right, because yeah. And for Luart, their right line will be, we have Root, and we have Mies, and we have Liao Fao. Okay, so drag wizards, all of them. Technically he's not. Is he a drag wizard? I think he's drag prince fruit, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they are back. Indeed, stronger than ever, bigger than ever, nicer than ever. Alright, anyways, we have new illustration for Shironi Mukuro. So Mukuro is over here. He's very good with the whole GB2 stuff, and overall, Mukuro is back. So people are speculating whether or not they have to come back, whether or not if it's going to be Mujin Lord or going to be Magen Tenbu for the second strike. So technically it's the same with like next stage and Excelix, that evolved forms, which every strike deck is gonna get. Luat will get Drag Strider, which is super interesting because I'm kind of surprised that they really don't go to Drag Driver first, but I think that Drag Strider was like one of the stronger key cards back for Luat back in the G era days. So yeah, he's from GBT 12. Despite if I'm not mistaken, Luat came out during GBT 7 or GBT 8. I think he came out during GBT 7 with Drag Driver, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so here's the 2 strikes of it. Next week we'll reveal the cards that is first episode in the anime, as well as support for Vehemence Bruce, which I am super stoked and hype about because Bruce finally gets more support, and we have Sorceress for some reason. Okay, but that's about it. I'm not gonna go through the cards of the days, but English conference will be in summer 2023, so you can technically see that there is going to be new deck, card product reviews and card restrictions for the English side of things. Now we get to Miku. Technically speaking, Miku her first skill is always very generic, so she's from Front Gate, as I mentioned earlier. When this unit is placed by riding on the starter, the quintuplet starter, you get the crest. Memories crest. If 3 or more quintuplets with different cards in your memories, plus 3 plus 5k. So technically she's very, all quintuplets are gonna get the generic ones. And now, to where her dreams took her, Miku Nakano, and when she is placed by riding on a grade 1 quintuplet, you look at top 7 cards. 1 to your memories, choose up to 1 among them, put in your memories, and then you shuffle your deck. Continuous rearguard. If your rearguard was returned to the hand by the ability of your Vanguard during its turn, this unit plus 5k. If there are 5 or more quintuplets with different card names in your memories, she gets 10k instead of 5k, right? So technically she's like Eureka in a sense, but not technically like Eureka. I think like technically speaking, she power ups every time there's a rearguard which bounces back to your hand. So it's really quite an interesting gimmick which we'll get into. We have the grade 3 Miku over here, so she's pretty nice and I like her art really a lot. Technically not a bias because I like Miku, technically speaking. Okay, so Miku is bae, so I really love her art. Okay, so her skill. Anyways, bias aside, okay. I'm not sure if I really want to get Miku, despite like Nino is from Dark States, but I know if I were to play this, I think I'll have to play Miku and play Miku and Nino at the same time. So anyways, when this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, you look at the top 7 cards of your deck. As usual, you choose up to 2 of them, 1 to your hand and the rest to the memories, and then you shuffle your deck. And then there's Vanguard continuous skill. If you have 6 or more different ones, different types of quintuplets, she gets 10k, front row units plus 10k. And when she attacks the Vanguard, no, she doesn't have to attack the Vanguard, right? So when this unit attacks, counter blast 1, you choose up to 2 of your rear guards with quintuplets and then bounce back to your hand, and then choose up to 2 quintuplets with 2 cards with quintuplets from your hand and also call it out to open rear guard circle, right? So just to make this sure, 2 of quintuplet rear guards return to your hand, choose up to 2 quintuplet unit cards for them to open rear guard circle. Okay, so I was right. Okay, anyways, she is basically Kairi, but in Brungate version. So this is technically speaking what happens when Kairi escapes from the lyrical monasterial well and she tries to defect to Brungate. So this is basically Miku, but she is just going to be Miku in the form of Miku, right? So very interesting. For Brungate to play this kind of gimmick is certainly one which is very interesting in itself, because usually you see this kind of skills and this kind of like this statics that you will see in lyrical, but for some reason Miku gets that Brungate / Kairi version of the playstyle. So I'm really interested to see what she can do in the near future. But anyways, we have Miku's order. So yeah, okay, so we have you can only play this card if your Vanguard is the grade 3 Miku. You choose up to 2 quintuplets with the same card name for your drop, put one of those at bottom, the rest to your memories. If one of more cards were chosen, you perform based on how many quintuplets with different card names in your memory. Choose one of the Vanguards plus 15k. If it's 3 or more, 5 or more in CC1, 7 or more, choose one of your Vanguards, and all of your quintuplet unit plus 5k until the end of turn. So which is good. So not only it buffs the front row, it also buffs the back row, and it also buffs your Vanguard. So she's really good for this time around. And then thoughts to convey Miku Nakano, so it's the special grade 1. So we have the skill is that when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle during your main phase, if your Vanguard is a quintuplet, you look top 3, choose one from among them, put it to your memories and shuffle your deck. So very generic. If there are 3 or more quintuplets with different names, so she gets 2k, which is also active on opponent's turn as well. So yeah, that's blah blah blah, the same thing, almost the same thing. For technically, it's the same thing with Ninos, and also I think with Ichikas as well. Ideal wife Miku Nakano, yes. This art is amazing. This art is yes, absolutely nice. Anyways, she looks so nice and she looks so cute. Oh my god, my babe. Okay, anyways, I'm done fanboying over her. Okay, anyways, when this unit is placed on the front row rearguard circle by your card's ability, if your Vanguard is the grade 3 Miku, you counter blast 1 and put the quintuplet from your drop zone to the bottom of the deck. You choose one of the other rearguards in the same column as this unit and stand it. If there are 5 or more quintuplets with different cards names in memory, you may draw a card. So not only she gets to restand your back row, she also helps you to draw 1 card as well. So she is very good, right? So multi-attackers, and you can combo with the grade 1 Miku, and yeah, she can power up, she can do multi-attack, Yes, very nice. So she can do 5 attacks already with run gate, so which is very very strong. And if you try to combine her with like the rest of the set orders that may exist in this, like in run gate, imagine how strong she will get. And I will say this very very confidently, ladies and gentlemen, miku might be one of the best decks in the quintuplets. That's not from my biases. I think like so far I felt like miku poses a very nice threat towards the, with basically like her, I would say out of the 3 sisters we are seeing so far, we have not seen Yotsuba yet, we haven't seen Itsuki yet, so we want to see what they do for Stoichia and what they do for what's the last nation that's Itsuki. Yotsuba is from Stoichia, isn't it? I'm not sure if it's Itsuki. Itsuki is from Stoichia and Yotsuba is from Captain Century. So we'll see what they will do. But I reserve my judgment for now. And I think this will be a very good card in the near future. Okay. Anyways, Galactic Prison Warden Gellius. So he is a rare. No, he's a common. Okay. So he has a very funny skill, and look at these dude. Okay. Anyways, when this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle, if you have a card in your prison, you may choose one of your opponent's card in your prison. You choose one of that card. You choose one of the card in your, which is in your prison. Your opponent choose the chosen card back to their hand, and this unit plus 20k until the end of turn. So he's a 30k attacker, but I'm not sure why you want to do that, considering you want to like keep your hand size consistent, your prison size consistent, hand size, my bad, sorry, prison size consistent. Anyways, that aside, we have more prison support, and last but not least, we actually have Aurora Battle Princess, Rifi Roya. So continuous regard during your turn, if 2 or more cards are imprisoned in your prison, this unit, 2 or more cards are in your prison, this unit plus 5k. So she's a grade 1, she's a double rare, she's a 13k booster, she's a 13k attacker, and a continuous, right? Rearguard once per turn, which is an act. If your opponent's card was prisoned, you counterblast 1. You choose one of your opponent's rearguard and put it into your prison. You look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card from them with grade less or equal to your Vanguard's grade, call it to the rearguard and shuffle your deck. So she's very nice. So technically speaking, once per turn, so technically speaking, every time you imprison one of your rearguards, she gets to have a Spear Call from the top 5 as well. So which is pretty good, and Seraph can technically try to play Filter as well. I do remember it's kind of like the same, same vibes as that grade 1, that actually like when you write the grade 4, or like you search your deck, when you like your Seraph name is like placed on Vanguard Circle, you search your deck for up to 2 of the same name and call it to the Rearguard Circle. So technically speaking, it's doing the same thing as well. But if you have 2 of her, you basically get to like CB1, and then you just get to call, like, I don't know, you can proc this skill twice. If you have like 2 of her, you can just call Spirit Call 1, and then you can just Spirit Call 1, which is nice. So technically speaking, Seraph can do a lot of like filtering as well. For ducks, this is for Brungate as well. Quite durably Synthetica. Place a Rearguard Guardian Circle is the same skill as the Dragon Empire and the Dark States Cats or whatsoever. You put a Rearguard Circle, choose a set order in your drop zone and add it to your hand, and then if Guardian Circle plus 50k shield, so it's very generic. It's the same thing, but it's just that some works differently than the others. Anyways, next week we have 3 cards from Captain Sanctuary, including the Psycho Triple Rare, which is these kittens, this jewel cats or whatsoever, right? And 2 generic cards from Captain? Alright, okay, and revealing all 6 cards for Yotsuba, okay, from Captain Sanctuary. So it's Captain Sanctuary week time. Alright, anyways, I've been rambling along for half an hour now. So if you do enjoy my coverage of this week's Tuesday and Thursday stream news, please do like and subscribe, and comment down below on to like which are you going to get Miku, are you going to get Ino, and do you think that Gandiva is going to be even more busted with the new support? Yeah, so BT12 is really looking like really nice as well. So yes, I think that's about it. I'll see you guys on the next video. This has been Professor 095. I'll see you when I see you on Tuesday, which is the time that you won't be seeing me here, and I mean in KL. I'll be back in my hometown, and I'll be there for holiday breaks, and I'll be doing this more videos. I'll dedicate my time for more videos and whatnot. So I'll see you guys next time. I will sign out. See ya.